Have you ever felt it? It's that strange invisible gravity that pins you to the couch, to your bed, to a chair. Your mind is screaming a list of all the things you should be doing. The laundry is piling up. The emails are waiting. That project is overdue. There is a desire somewhere deep inside you to move, to be productive, to catch the wind. But your body says no. It feels heavy-leaden, as if you're trying to walk through thick, invisible mud, and then the voice comes. The one that whispers and then shouts. You're so lazy, you're undisciplined, you have no motivation. What is wrong with you? This is a story about that feeling, but it's not the story you've been telling yourself. This is a story about a profound misunderstanding, a case of mistaken identity, where a brilliant survival mechanism has been mislabeled as a character flaw. This is the story of how your body, in its infinite wisdom, tries to protect you and in the process, convinces you that you are broken. This is the story of the freeze response. And if you have ever felt paralyzed by your own inaction, if you have ever drowned in the guilt of procrastination, then please, listen closely. You are not lazy, you are surviving. We talk a lot about the body's threat responses. We know about fight or flight. A threat appears, a tiger in the grass, a car swerving into your lane, in your nervous system, specifically the sympathetic branch. Floods you with adrenaline and cortisol, your heart races, your muscles tense. Your breath quickens, you are ready to fight the danger or run for your life. It's a state of high-energy mobilization. It's powerful, it's active, it's loud. But what happens when the threat is not something you can fight? What happens when it's not something you can run from? What if the threat is a crushing workload, a toxic environment you can't escape, but in your own mind? A deep-seated feeling of failure, too overwhelming. What does it feel like to be in this state? Governed by a part of our vagus nerve, it conserves energy. It numbs the system to prepare for an impact it believes is inevitable. It's a state of low-energy immobilization, and this is where the misunderstanding begins. Because in our modern world, the freeze response doesn't look like a possum on the side of the road. It looks a lot like what we call laziness. It's the body's emergency brake. It is the possum playing dead. When the brain perceives that fighting or fleeing will only make things worse or waste precious energy, it chooses a different strategy, or too inescapable. The nervous system has another option. It's the oldest survival circuit we have, one we share with reptiles and all mammals. It's not fight, it's not flight, it's freeze. Or the echoes of a past trauma that feel just as real today. What happens when the tiger isn't in the grass? When the danger is too big? The freeze response. It shuts down, think about it. Feels like procrastination. That task you need to do feels so enormous, so threatening on a subconscious level. Your nervous system shuts down to avoid it. The thought of starting it creates a physiological sense of dread, and your body's response is to not move, to stay still, to play dead until that threat has passed. It's not that you don't want to do it, it's that your body has flagged it as dangerous and is protecting you the only way it knows how. It looks like zoning out for hours, mindlessly scrolling through your phone. Binge watching a show you don't even like, staring at a wall. This is a form of dissociation. It's the mind's way of disconnecting from the overwhelming feelings of pressure. Anxiety or shame, your body is still, and your mind has gone somewhere else, somewhere less threatening. It's a low-energy escape. It is the modern version of numbing out to survive. It looks like feeling physically heavy and lethargic. You feel an exhaustion that sleep doesn't seem to touch. Your limbs feel like they're made of lead. Getting out of bed can feel like climbing a mountain. This isn't a lack of willpower. This is the physiological reality of the freeze response. Your metabolism slows down, your heart rate and blood pressure drop. Your body is actively conserving energy because it believes it is in a long-term survival situation. It looks like the inability to make decisions, even small ones. What to have for dinner, what to wear, what email to answer first. It all feels impossible. This is because in a freeze state, the brain's executive function, the part responsible for planning and decision-making, goes offline. The primal brain takes over, and its motto is, when in doubt, do nothing. Any move could be the wrong move. You are not lazy, you are not unmotivated, you are not broken. Your nervous system has simply pulled the emergency brake because it has perceived a threat so overwhelming that it believes the safest thing to do is to shut down completely. The threat might be burnout from working too hard for too long. It might be the accumulated stress of financial worries, relationship problems, or global uncertainty. It might be unresolved grief, or it might be the echo of a much older trauma, a time in your life when being small, quiet, and still was the only way to feel safe. Your body learned that shutdown equals survival, and it has never forgotten that lesson. So what do? The first, most crucial step is to change the story. You must. With all the compassion you can muster, stop calling it laziness. Because when you call it laziness, you add a layer of shame. It's about convincing your primal brain that the tiger is gone and it is safe to come back online. And shame is a threat. It only convinces your nervous system that the situation is even more dangerous, causing it to press harder on that emergency brake. You cannot bully a nervous system into feeling safe. You cannot shame a body out of a freeze response. Yelling at the possum to get up and stop being lazy will only make it play dead more convincingly. The way out is not through force, but through gentleness. The way out is to slowly and tenderly signal safety to your body. We can move. We are not trapped. It's safe. This starts with micro steps. The thought of cleaning the kitchen is overwhelming and will trigger the shutdown. But the thought of standing up? That might be possible. And once you're standing, can you take one step toward the sink? And once you're at the sink, can you pick up a single spoon and place it in the dishwasher? These are tiny, non-threatening movements. They are little signals to your body that say, see? Celebrate every single micro step. Each one is a victory against paralysis. It involves your senses. The freeze response disconnects you from your body in the present moment. So gently invite yourself back. What is one thing you can see right now? Name its color. What is one thing you can hear? What is one thing you can feel? The texture of your shirt? The warmth of a cup in your hands? The solid ground beneath your feet? This is called grounding. It anchors your awareness in the safety of the present, pulling your mind out of the future worries or past pains that are causing the freeze. And most importantly, it requires radical self-compassion. It's about changing that inner voice from a drill sergeant to a gentle friend. Instead of what is wrong with you, try whispering, "Ah, I see. You are feeling frozen right now. That makes sense, given everything you're holding. Your body is working so hard to protect you. Thank you, body. We don't have to do everything right now. Let's change the conversation, starting with ourselves, if this resonated." Feel free to share your own experience in the comments. And if you'd like to continue on this journey of understanding your inner world, please subscribe. Be kind to yourself. Your body is, and always has been, on your side. What is the one tiny, gentle thing we could do to feel even 1% safer? This is not a quick fix. This is a practice. It is the slow, sacred work of building a new relationship with your body. A relationship built not on shame and force, but on trust, dialogue, and compassion. It's about learning to honor the profound wisdom of your nervous system. Even when its methods are inconvenient, that hidden anchor that keeps you chained to the seafloor isn't a flaw. It's a safety device, and you don't break it. You gently show it that the storm has passed, and is finally safe to pull it up and let the sails catch the wind once more. If you've ever been held captive by this feeling, please know you are not alone. It is a silent epidemic of overwhelm.